We're going to do this in reverse order. So first of all, the previous episode will be linked up in the top right for the Spanish Grand Prix. If you're going to enjoy the video, like and subscribe down below, guys. Hit the red button, it really helps me out. And without further ado, let's get the Monaco Grand Prix underway because, quite frankly, the name speaks for itself. So we kick things off with the weather forecast, and as you can see, we have rain for the race, so that's going to be very, very spicy indeed. We then look at the performance chart, and we are still at the bottom, but we are slowly catching up to the cars ahead of us and the teams ahead of us, and to be fair, it's slowly becoming a bit of a stacked midfield pack in a way as we look at the upgrades. Currently, we've got a durability one on the way for the gearbox. Pretty much that's it, unfortunately. I've kind of hit a bit of a brick wall in regards to performance upgrades at the moment, so we're kind of saving up a few points because all the upgrades that we have next on the development chart are major ones, so we need a lot of points for that. So we might stop having to upgrade race by race, and it might be every other race now in terms of the way we do the upgrades in this series. But nonetheless, we then took on practice at Monaco, and I love the track, man. Monaco is legendary, absolutely different gravy, and I have such great fun around here. The car felt great, and we scored a good batch of R&D points as well. So we're near enough to 2,000 R&D points now. We also level up to level 6 on the driver acclaim. And before qualifying, we are going to swap over our components because it is time. The control electronics, I believe, is on like 76%. So we are going to, put on some new components. And, this is our best chance of a race win all season long at Monaco. So best believe we are going to take full advantage of it and try and maximize every chance that we have. So a new engine is going to help us out a lot in terms of giving us that extra performance. But nonetheless, we now move into the main event of the weekend, and this is where you earn your money, qualifying at Monaco, and this is what it's all about. So here we are in Q1, and currently on my first lap on my first run. So we run a bit hot on the brakes. I tried to push a bit too much. Luckily, I just about made the corner, but I am going to lose a lot of time on the exit. And the plan in this session was simple, really. I was going to go for one run only in this qualifying, but I'm going to go for back-to-back laps. So I finished my first one. We go P3 behind both Mercedes and only a 10th off Hamilton. And then on my second lap here, you can see I'm purple in the middle sector. A big lock-up, though, into Raskas, but still managing to hold on to the, the improvement as we now run up to the line. And this lap is going to give us P1 at the time in qualifying. Eventually, others would go faster, mainly down to the time simulation glitch, which you guys all know about if you watch my videos. And we finished Q1 in 3rd place, so pretty decent. Verstappen set in a 108.9, which is a pretty ridiculous time for Q1. We then move into Q2, and again, I'm going to try and keep the runs to a minimum, to save the engine, but also we don't need to use all the tyres. Turn 1 was a bit scruffy. I thought I hit the wall there. Luckily, no wing damage, so I managed to get away with that one. We then push on. The rest of the lap was pretty decent. And in fairness, the car was actually feeling decent. I had it in a really good window. I felt in the groove around here, and that's what you need. You need to have that confidence and that momentum. And as we end our lap here in Q2, we are going to run up to the line, and we're going to go P2, so just behind Bottas, a 10th off with a purple 3rd sector, and that lap would be enough to see us through comfortably into Q3. A couple more dodgy lap times there with a 108.7 from Hamilton in Q2, but generally speaking, good pace. Car's working well. I'm happy with it. It wasn't as quick as our Q1 lap, but still no threat of elimination, and we look pretty strong. We now move into Q3, and this lap was my best lap in qualifying. There we go, across the line, P5 with a 1 minute 9.4, which is slightly quicker than Q2, but you might be wondering, why was that my fastest lap in Q3? Well, on this lap I was 3/10 up, and I was flying, but unfortunately, as we head into the Nouvelle Chicane, oh, that's not good. Yeah, not ideal, you know, hitting the wall like that. It's one of them ones where it really hurts. And then I went for another run on a fresh set of tyres. I wasn't as quick, but still pretty quick, you know, 10.5 up. But then through the swimming pool chicane, we just push a bit too much. And I hit the wall and get wing damage. And at this stage, there was no time to repair the front wing. So therefore, it was GG and game over for qualifying. So not ideal, and a real shame really. I let myself down in Q3 in the most important session. I was so comfortable in Q1 and Q2, and in the end we did a 1 minute 9.4, which is extremely disappointing considering the pace. I mean, you know, even in Q1 we did a 0.5, Q2 0.5 again, so to only improve by a 10th in Q3 was, you know, disappointing. And to be fair, you guys saw the lap where we hit the inside wall at the Nouvelle Chicane. That lap was 3/10 to the good. That was an improvement of 3/10. So had I held on to that, we would have easily got P2 and gotten to the front row. So it's a real shame. Hamilton absolutely dominates qualifying, 4/10 clear of anybody else, including his teammate. And it's GG's all round as we start the Monaco Grand Prix from, I've got to say, a disappointing P6, which is not what I had in mind. But of course, we have to remember, we've got rain for the race, so let's see what happens there, and let's see if it throws any spanners into the works, and hopefully we can try and benefit from that rain. So let's jump into it. It's now time for the Monaco Grand Prix.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. We already see the lowest average speeds of the season here at the Circuit de Monaco, and they'll be even lower in the difficult conditions today. 19 corners make up this famous 2-mile track, and with the rain, it'll be even harder than usual to get that critical heat into the tyres. Don't be surprised if we see a safety car at some point during the Grand Prix. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's have a chat about Williams. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The fence starts from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Perez, Martinez, and Albon, Ocon, Norris, Stroll, and Carlos Sainz, Hamilton, Leclerc, Romain Grosjean, and Gasly, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Daniel Kvyat, and Daniel Ricciardo. Russell and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Here we are then on the grid for the race at Monaco, starting from P5. And as you guys will have seen, it's absolutely throwing it down in terms of rain here. So I'm not quite sure what to expect. I feel like the rain could be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't really know what side of the fence to fall on. We know we're pretty quick around here anyway. The rain could be a disadvantage, or it could be making us even stronger, just don't know. Either way, we're starting P5, of course, starting on the full wets. I've underfueled by 3 laps because fuel saving is very easy around here, especially in the rain, and there is a chance we could be going to dries later on in the race, so we'll keep an eye on the weather and see how that goes. But for now, the target is simple. Try and get a good start, see if we can maybe jump at least one car into the first corner, get into that top 4, and then kind of roll with the punches once we're in the mix. But yeah, guys, that is it for the intro. Let's get into the race, and let's see if we can make history here at the Monaco Grand Prix. Okay, here we go. We're going to knock it down to new revs as we try and build up some RPM. Quick 5 lights, and we're on the way. Easy does it off the line. Oh, I say that. Big bit of oversteer in the second phase. We're going to go quite late on the brake zone to the first corner and crucially hold on to P5, but oof. Yep. Don't worry about it, guys. It's still early days yet, but at the minute the grip isn't great. This car is very sensitive. Looks like Verstappen's running away out front already. I can't see a damn thing through the spray, so we're gonna have to try and be patient. It's been a while since I've had a wet Monaco Grand Prix. I could go for these moves, but I'm just not super confident right now. So I'm going to kind of get to grips, get comfortable in the conditions, and then we'll try and make a few things happen. Yellow flag behind, but that's just because I think the AI are going a bit slowly. The conditions feel very delicate right now, so I've got to try and be careful. But so far, so good. Obviously going to try and save some fuel on the way. But a lot of it will happen just naturally by itself as we use higher gears to limit the wheel spin. And then ERS-wise, we're going to save it for the critical opportunities for overtakes. But for now, it feels like I don't have a massive pace advantage, so we're just going to be patient, see how things go. The AI tend to turn their engines down after lap 2 once they've run out of the RS, so let's see if we can maybe do something around that stage of the race. But for now, it's going to be a classic Monaco procession as we hit the wall there. That's not good. Luckily, we get away with that. That could have been disastrous. There we go, lap 1 done with. We can now get our head down, see if we can get into the race a little bit and try and make things happen. Verstappen 26.9, Bottas 26.7, reset at 26.8, so we're pretty much splitting those two in terms of pace. That was a better lap from us. You can see the gap to Albon and the gap to Perez has completely shifted now, and in theory the AI would have stopped using the ERS now, so we should start to grow into this race a little bit. Let's see if that's the case. We know Sector 3 is probably my strongest sector. Sector 1 is my worst, so bearing that in mind, let's see if we can make some progress here. When you get close to a car, visibility is so damn poor. Oh, that was close. Losing the back end there. Really struggle to see the apexes and the curbs. I don't think there's going to be any running commentary leading up to an overtake. I think the overtake will just happen and I'll just cut to when it happens, to be fair. Normally I like to kind of lead with a bit of commentary before the overtake happens, as I'm kind of, you know, chefing up a little bit, but
You've used a lot of fuel already. We're going to have to start conserving earlier than we'd like.
yeah, whatever, Jeff. Don't need to remind me every 10 seconds, but yeah. Normally I like to kind of, you know, build up to the overtake with some commentary before I make one, but yeah, that's not going to happen today. If I go for it, it's going to be a very in-the-moment decision-making kind of instant. So we're going to run with that theme for now, so you never know. The next cut in this video could be an overtake. Probably not, though. It's Monaco after all. Oh, we've got a yellow flag behind. Someone's had an issue.
Okay, clear.
We'll get confirmation on that very shortly. Let's see who it was or who it is. In the meantime, I'm going to keep pushing towards Perez here. Will there be a safety car already in this race? We seem to get one every single time whenever there's a retirement in a minute, so I wonder if that streak's going to continue. I'm waiting to get a confirmation on that retirement. There it is.
Some information on Leclerc. They're
Yep.
retiring from the race.
There we go.
Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed.
I think
Delta, make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
at this stage I feel like there's some kind of bug with the safety car. Every time we get one, there's always one that comes out. Very predictable. Bit of a shame, really. I was starting to get confident in terms of overtaking Perez, but now the AI, once the safety car reset happens, they're going to run at full speed. That's how they work. That's how they're coded. So they're going to be at full power for another 2 laps. So we're going to have to wait a bit longer yet to make a move on Perez. Safety car in this lap. Let's get ready for the restart. Again, the AI will run at full speed and full power, so it's going to be hard for me to make any overtakes happen. I'm trying to get out of the autopilot glitch right now, which is by downshifting. If you manage to downshift, you can break the autopilot. Don't really have the confidence to go for a move on Perez here, so we're going to just hang back and wait. We'll give it a couple of laps before we go for it. But there we go, we're back underway then. Let's try and crack on with this race and try and make things happen. Oh, okay, everyone's pitting. That could be for Inters. We're going to go for one more. Interesting. Okay, we're going to go out one more. Pace is good. Still haven't been told on the radio, you know, to switch to Inters, so not sure, but the track is definitely drying. It was hard for me to tell because stuck in Perez's spray I couldn't see, but the track is definitely dried enough for Inters, so we're going to pit this lap.
A new strategy is available on the MFT. Okay, copy that.
There it is. There's a switch to Inters. Let's bring it in.
MFD for a new strategy option. Got that confirmed.
Yeah, whatever, guys. I'll do it. I'll pit this lap. Let's just try and have a strong final sector. We're flying on this lap. Got the clean air. We're making it work perfectly. Let's see if we can nail the pit entry as well. For good measure. Through Raskas. Now into the hairpin and now into the pits. There we go. That was a pretty decent one. We're going to hold up Bottas and Verstappen as well, so we'll benefit from that. Hopefully Vettel and Perez rejoin in some form of traffic. That would be nice for us. Here we go though, on to Inters. 2.6, not bad. Could have been better. Let's see if this works in our favour, though. It's going to be close.
George is coming in for his stop.
Here comes Vettel now behind us. Currently going through turn 1. And we've done it. We've overcut Vettel and Perez, so they've both got held up in traffic. And we managed to also hold up Bottas and Verstappen in the pit stop, of course. So that has worked out beautifully for us. I knew I had the pace. It was just, being stuck behind Perez there. And by the fact in pitting, that kind of released me into some crucial clean air. And I managed to go really quick with it as well and use those tyres. And there we go. The overcut of dreams. The Vettel and Perez most likely would have been held as well. So that's worked out spot on for us. And we are well and truly in this race now. We're in the mix for the podium. We're currently net P3. And we've got Bottas here, P2, with Magnussen in front of him. Let's try and use Magnussen to get past Bottas, maybe. This is it. Bottas stuck behind Magnussen. This could be a great opportunity for us. Into Raskas. We're going to go around the outside of Bottas here. We're going to use the fact that Magnussen pits to our advantage. 200 IQ move there. And we are now net P2 in this race. Absolutely phenomenal. Great move. We needed that. We can now try and chase after Verstappen. Let's see what kind of pace we have. Clean air, intermediate conditions. I fancy my chances here, big time. We can do this. Oh yes, we're flying. This is good pace from us. We've dropped Bottas and we've caught up to Verstappen by about half a second. New fastest lap. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's keep this going. We can win this race. There's no reason why not. We can absolutely pick up a 25 pointer, which would be incredible. Oh, we just got a warning. What's that? DRS offline. Luckily it stayed shut. That's okay. It's fault conditions, so it makes no difference for us anyway. We are on another flyer here. The car feels incredible. This is definitely shades of Senna 1984 Monaco Grand Prix. I think it might have been 85. I think it was 84, where Senna almost won the race in what was a terrible car. I think it was the Tolman. It's happening again, boys. This is great pace from us. Let's keep it going. The track is improving lap after lap, and I'm finding time lap after lap here. Half a second up in the middle sector. We're now closer to Verstappen than what we are to Bottas. Across the line, look at that. We are flying another 0.6 faster. This is it. We're going to be on the back of Verstappen by the end of the lap here. There we go. Our flurry of fastest laps comes to an end, and we are now on the back of Verstappen. And we're not even half race distance, so we've got a bloody good chance of winning this. We need to do it though while it's wet, because if it gets to the dry, I'm not sure if I've got the pace to be faster than a Red Bull. So this is a very important phase. We need to take risks, but the move has to happen now. Bit of a wobble there through the tunnel. I tried to have a bit of a look at Verstappen, but the AI are very, very good on traction. So I'm not sure I'm going to pass him. It's probably going to be, I mean, it has to be the last couple of corners. That's the only place where I'm noticeably faster than him. At the minute, I'm struggling to see a damn thing because of the spray again. But this is the section where I'm a lot quicker. I can kind of tuck in, cut back underneath, and make a move to the final corner because I can't match Verstappen for traction out of there. You can see he gets enough of a gap, and my straight line speed isn't that great. I'm now out of the RS as well for good measure. This is another area where I can't challenge. Unfortunately, Verstappen's too strong on traction.
Current forecast is 5 or 10 more minutes of rain before it dries up. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
So 5 or 10 more minutes, that's all we have left to try and get past Verstappen here. As I get very sideways through the swimming pool complex, feels like my rears could be overheating. So I'm trying to push for this overtake. Oh, I just can't get enough traction in the key areas to really make this move happen. Oh my god, I took a risk. Got away with wing damage there. I tried to go for the hour of a special, but it wasn't possible. I just can't find a way through at the minute. I'm stuck. I really am. The track's drying up now. The rain has stopped. We're approaching a key phase here. This is the kind of conditions that suit the AI more than myself, so I'm better when it's raining. At the minute it's bone dry. I just can't get enough alongside there. I'm going to get turned in on by Verstappen if I go for that. This is going to be so key, the timing of this stop. Do I take a gamble? That's the only way I can do this. It won't be long now until the dry tyres. There's very minimal water now. Let's just get a bit of spray from Verstappen. Verstappen might get held in the pits maybe. That might work out in our favour having the last pit box. I've just got so much more pace, I can brake so much later, but I can't get the traction that he does in the crucial zones, which makes it impossible to pass.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Oh, there it is.
Confirmed.
I'm going to pit now. Screw it, I'm going to send it. We're going to go for the soft tyres. I'm going to make a bold call here. I think that was for next lap, but I'm just going to send it now. Hope for the best. To be fair, everyone behind me is pitting. This is interesting. Okay. We're going to go softs. I feel like I can make them last, especially because they're fresh. Here we go. Oh my goodness, mate. Easy does it. Yes, this is a good call. This is massive. We might get held by Norris here on this lap. Depends how quick these tyres are. But here we go. Big outlap coming up. What's the grip like? Okay, it's a bit icy, a little bit slippy, but we're going to be okay. Look at how we're getting on Norris. That's a telltale sign. We're going to get held by Lando here through this very fast section. Probably my strongest sector on the entire track. It's a purple middle sector. This is definitely the tyre to be on. Let's see if I can get past Norris here. Going to try and go around the outside of La Rascas. We're going to, of course, get held all the way through, but we will get DRS in the pit straight. Here we go. There's Bottas, and there's Verstappen now. Yes, we've got it. We've got it. Easy does it into turn one. Stay ahead. Everyone's going for mediums. We're on the softs, and we've done it. Yes, we are in the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. Oh, baby. Here we go at the final corner. We're going to set a new fastest lap. And we've got 3 seconds in our back pocket over Verstappen. Now we just got to try and make sure we get these tyres to the end, because I feel like Verstappen might come back at us later on in the race. The track is getting faster and faster every single lap. Our pace isn't great. Verstappen mashed us on that lap. And to be fair, as these tyres fade, the mediums are going to be stronger. But we needed them soft tyre just to get the undercut done. It was so important that we took that chance. We've now got track position, so I feel confident we can hold on. But we had to make that gamble work, and then we've got to try and get these tyres to the end. Oh no. Okay, Raikkonen out. Safety car, or virtual safety car deployed, sorry. I've told Jeff to shut up, so hopefully he'll stop interrupting me. But there we go, VSC. Gives us a little chance to, keep things under control. Keep the fuel ERS under control, and also tyre temperatures. New fastest lap. Taken away straight away. I don't think we're going to score the point. So we're going to have to accept that. Let's just try and focus on getting this car to the end. Still 9 laps to go, and these tyres are already getting a little bit second hand, so we've got a long way to go yet. We're not out of the woods just yet. These tyres are gone now. So we're kind of hanging on for dear life. We're about 35% on the left rear. We've still got a long way to go yet, so we're going to struggle to make this. I've got to be careful. I've got to manage my tyres a little bit. 61% left rear. 3 laps to go. We should be okay, but no mistakes. If we make one error, we know we're going to be on like 70% plus. Rear tyres are going badly. I'm really, really struggling. We're on 69% left rear. I'm trying to hang in there, but I've also got no ERS. The cars are starting to queue up behind us. If I make one mistake, we might not even make it on the podium this race. Oh man, I'm literally just coasting the car through these sections. I've got no rear grip. I could get done here with DRS. Trying to get any kind of traction. I've got no ERS to defend with. We're not out of the woods yet. Last lap of the race. Turn one's a bit of a sticky one. Oh, back end sliding all over the place. Here comes Max. He's trying. I'm putting my car right in the middle of the track. Just trying to keep the defensive tactics absolutely perfect. One mistake would just throw this all away. So I'm trying to, stay cool. Placing my car in all the right places of the racetrack. 75% left rear. My God, this is going to be close. I could get a puncture starting from now, I believe, even though it's technically 80. I think I've seen people on 75 get punctures, so we need to watch it. Come on, we need to hold on it. Another acceleration zone into a heavy brake zone. Max will challenge. We're going to have to defend. Into the chicane. Oh, that's really, really close. Have to watch it. Trying to be very cautious here. Get these tyres to the end. the grip is horrible. Raskas, easy does it through there. I think we're good. I think we've done it. For the first time since Spain 2012, Williams win a Formula 1 race.
They've done it then. They've won here in Monaco with an emphatic performance and a victory they can be proud of for years to come. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Williams have put in an incredible performance out on the track today. I'm glad all the hard work of theirs has finally paid off.
There we go, guys. Job done. We secure the W in Monaco, and it's a big 25 points. Verstappen gets second, Bottas third with the fastest lap. Sebastian Vettel P4 for Ferrari, ahead of Perez and Hamilton. Albon, Norris, Ocon and Sainz round out the top 10. Missing out the points, we have Stroll, Gasly, Grosjean, Kvyat, Ricciardo, surprising one down MP15, Magnussen, Giovinazzi, Russell, and then Raikkonen and Leclerc out of the race here today. We then look at the driver standings, and with that big fat W, we stay in 4th place, but we've got some breathing room now to Charles Leclerc, who of course retired here today in 5th place in the Drivers' Championship, so we're looking pretty decent there, 19 points behind Max Verstappen. We then move into the Constructors' standings, and we overtake Renault for 4th place, which is very tasty indeed. So what a day, what a result, probably going to be the result of the season, I think. And we've won a race after just 7 races, which is mental, and we've had 2 podiums in 7 races as well. I never thought this would happen, but 110 AI in a Williams, you could say I've completed it, mate. Simple as that. Anyway, that is it for the race at Monaco. We're now going to move into the main menu.
You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win?
No, not at all. We had to work so hard for that. You know, that was extremely challenging, and strategy had to be perfect, you know, to get the result we wanted. And to be fair, strategy was the reason we won the race, so it was really awesome. The car felt great. I've got to be honest, the car had a nice balance, but you know, ultimately it's about the team, and they deserve all the credit.
You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
To be fair, I think, you know, we just went flat out the whole race. We tried everything, and that is what it's all about.
Well, looks like your luck has changed. Things went a lot better than last weekend, didn't they?
Well, I think last weekend was pretty decent as well, in fairness, but we've been working hard, and you know, that hard work shows, and I'm really happy about that. Especially, you know, the work on the aero side has been important, so that's going to be a big difference for us.
We all underestimated you, didn't we?
I mean, not just me, I think the team. You know, we work hard, and they believe in me and this project, and that's what it's all about.
Great. Well, that's everything.
As you can see, after the race, we pick up a flawless 5 points over Kimi Raikkonen, and we extend our lead to over twice the points as we approach that 30-point margin to win the rivalry. And also, for the acclaim, we do go up quite a bit, not as much as I thought considering we won the bloody race, but still well on our way to level 7. Okay, here we are then back in the menu, and as you can see, our next race is Azerbaijan on the 4th of June. So we've got a bit of time until that race, and we've got over 2,000 R&D points to spend. So we are going to go ahead and use a few more of those on some upgrades, and it's time for some ultimate ones, or should I say some major ones, sorry, my bad. Now, first and foremost, an engine upgrade is tempting for engine power. Will that arrive before Baku though? No, it won't. It won't even arrive before Canada, so with that in mind, I might change my focus elsewhere, and we'll go back to the aero. We'll start putting some work in here, so we'll go for some drag reduction, try and get that on the car straight away, and that will arrive hopefully before the French Grand Prix, and that will leave us with 867 points, which is enough to hopefully purchase a minor upgrade for the tyre wear, which is quite important. We are struggling badly with tyre wear in this career mode, and to be fair, we have been left behind in the chassis a little bit, so we are going to go ahead, get that upgrade on for the Canadian Grand Prix. So for the next race in Baku, the car will be unchanged. But yeah, overall it's been a great day here today. We're now going to skip on to the next race in Azerbaijan and see if the lightweight pistons arrive, because if they do, that would be awesome, as it would mean a small performance upgrade for that race. Well, it's good news. The upgrade from Mercedes for the lightweight pistons has actually arrived. So even for Baku, we are going to have a very small minor upgrade for engine power. So we should be slightly better on the straights. You can see we've actually gone from, I believe, 4th best to 2nd best on the engine department. So we have taken a small step forward with that upgrade. So all round, happy days, more upgrades in the pipeline. But if you look at the development graph, you know, we're looking pretty close here, but then you look over here and it looks like both Alpha teams have brought upgrades. Haas as well. Haas have overtaken Alpha Tauri, so it looks like for Baku we could be even further behind, even though we're getting good results. It looks like that midfield is getting more and more competitive. Alfa Romeo, Alpha Tauri, Haas, Renault and McLaren all seem very, very equal on the performance chart. So it's not looking good, guys. Either way, that is going to be it from me here today for this episode of the Williams Return to Glory. A W in Monaco. Who would have expected it? Guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe for more. Thanks to all the members once again for supporting the channel as always, and I really appreciate that. And yeah, hopefully you guys tune in next time for Baku. The season has only just started. We've got a lot of work to do, and I'm sure there'll be many good results to yet achieve. So tune in next time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, guys. But until then, take care, and let's get back from me.